Welcome to Mike Dub, 27 day trader. And today we had some pretty good movers. One to come in mind was MBX. Let's go ahead and look it up. MBX Bioscience. Now, the cool thing with MBX Biosciences is it took that dip early at 7:35. And once it took it and started going up, now I didn't catch it until right here on the second dip at 7:24. And then I was at work, so I completely missed the $25 mark, which sucked, but it was cool because I was able to catch it probably right around here at that $20 mark. So yeah, that definitely got me a nice little jump right there. So that was pretty cool. Then after that, it started, went back up again, 25. It hit 25 twice, and then after that, it started going completely down and flattened up. Then got a little bump at the end. But just a bioscience company, you know how they do. They get a whole lot of push, and then eventually everybody takes their profit, and then it goes back down to the original price. So this isn't even something that I would suggest like tomorrow or anything like that, just because 9 times out of 10 this thing's gonna go back to $11.50. But it was just one of those I was able to jump on. But the way I was able to do so was because of my new screener. Call it the Get Money screener. And what I did with this screener is, let me find my information on it. We'll go to edit filters. And I went to today's value and over 500,000. You know, I was doing it at one point in time over 1 million, but sometimes over 1 million is like the max for a lot of these, and you want to get it while it's going. So I did it over 1,000 or 100,000. But what did I say? Over 500,000. And then after that, I went to the daily percentage change and I put that at zero. So it'll just show a percentage change. And I did that just because sometimes you can catch something when it's like at that little 3% or 2%, but it only started at 5%. So the only reason I went 0% is because I wanted to catch them before it hit 5%. Now I may change that, but as of now it's working for me, so I'm not. And then analyst rating, I have it buy. Now, and I did this for strategic reasons. The reason why I put it buy is because a lot of times if it's a fake stock or one of those like Chinese stocks that's a pump and dump, the analyst will not give it a buy rating. So that kind of gives me a buffer so that it doesn't turn into one of those stocks where you get in and as soon as it shows that you got in, the pumpers just dump it and then you end up losing all your money and stuff like that. So the whole buy rating thing is just a little buffer, a little safety net, if you will. And then you can see it right here under ratings. Everything's a buy. Now that doesn't mean that you can click on anything here and it's automatically just going to shoot up, but it does mean that not it's less likely to just completely go down to zero than the other stocks that may not even be real companies. And you can see it right here when you do the 1 day percentage change. I went ahead and did it like that and had the highest percentage up. That's what brought up MBX. I also have other stocks such as Pros Holdings, Werewolf Therapeutics, Ventrix Biosciences, Grupo Financiero, Galatio, and you can see just by how the chart's going, all of them are in that upward position, at least for a little bit. Scholar Rock is a little bit more volatile, but if you look at all of these, starting early, they're all headed in the right direction right here. And on a lot of these, say for instance this right here, let me click on it. All right, so this is London Stock Exchange Group. Now, 9 times out of 10, right here, it wouldn't have even hit. So, of course, we're looking at this at 9:44 p.m. So this is after the fact. So 9 times out of 10, this didn't even probably hit the chart until right here. So that's just something to keep in mind. And then, of course, you got things like Vista Energy. The energy ones that have come up have been pretty good. Just because a lot of times when it comes to the energy companies, it's because they've made more money and not just because, like with biosciences or therapeutics where, they got some good news and after that it like kind of goes back down to where it started at. Like the energy ones is usually because of actual gradual growth, for instance. Or something nice like this, some good old volatility. That's not bad. 35, 37, 34, 36, 33, 35. This is one of those buy the dip and keep it going type of stocks right there. All right. So the goal of this, and we're going to go ahead and actually officially get this started, is the 50K challenge. So right now we're starting right with a little less than 1,000. And the goal is to flip it each week. And in 50 weeks, it'd be at that 50K mark. And these are just some of the safe stocks that I've gotten over the past month. Some of these I'm not going to keep. For instance, Pepe, you can't do that type of thing with that type of challenge with crypto because crypto is just a little bit too volatile, if you know what I mean. But things such as Uxin Technology, I don't know why I have this on here. I think it was this because I knew it was going to go up that much, and then I was looking at the where it started. That's pretty nice. But yeah, this morning, this one made a nice little move. And it's a technology company. It's not like a bioscience company. And then you have it's Argo blockchain. It's a little penny stock. It's one of those you get in at 25, you get out at 27. Type of stocks right here. Just waiting for it to like fall back down there, and then after that you just ride it up. You got TNL. I don't know what this is. TNL Medallion engages in digital advertising. Okay, it's a digital advertise company. I think this one was pretty volatile too. I don't like that. So we'll go ahead and get this out of there. Bit Origins. These kind of move along with Bitcoin. So when Bitcoin goes high, these go high. When Bitcoin goes low, these go low. It's one of those you just try to get in, buy the dip real quick, like 38, and then get out at like 44. But don't ever get in at the height thinking it's gonna go higher because it's probably not. You buy the dip and you sell it when it stabilizes at its normal price. Hyperscale data. It's one of those usually around the high 30s, low 40s. It jumped up. That's why it was even on my radar. It's very volatile. It looks like I don't really like that, so we'll go ahead and get rid of that. Then live one. Excuse me. So on live one, you see the high it's usually around 60 cents. The low is around 43, but it seems pretty volatile. Let's go out a year. So the height, it hit $1.47. Then it went back down to 51. So this is one of those you got to be careful with. It's one of those I wouldn't touch until it's like in the high 40s or something like that. Yeah, I wouldn't touch that until it's in the high 40s. Let me see. Market cap 59 million. So it's not that high, but make a little bit of money with it. Gotta be careful with the penny stocks. The real ones that I'm really looking at are like, let me find it, like Western Copper and Gold. That's a good one. Shattuck Labs has been doing its thing. Keep your eye on this one. Bit Farms, of course. Whenever this thing is under $3, is a go for me at least. And I'm not giving you any type of financial advice. Contact your own financial advisor for that. Bit Digital, same when it's under $3. Hive Digital when it's around like 320 or something like that. Can't go wrong with the silver. Silver's killing it right now. Silver's in a constant go. Silver's just going up. That's just what it is. Like silver started at $7 today and just kept going up. But it's crazy. You go back a week, it was at 628. You go back a month, it was at 578. You go back 3 months, it was at 471. Year to date, it was at 385. Whole year, it must have been a dip there. And then, of course, you can see kind of where it started. Usually they start high. So back in like 2011, it hit its height. But we're over here and it's trying to come back. Not really making a lot of money yet, but it does have a market cap of 2.27 billion. All right. But yep, those are just some things that, Clean Spark's another one. Riot Platforms, of course, it did its thing today. So, just a couple of good ones for you. But yeah, so that's the goal. We're gonna see what we can do in 50 weeks. All right, so don't forget to like, don't forget to follow. This is Mike Dub 27 Day Trader, and I'm out. Deuces.